Everyone, it's KIREI here for Bramble Fox, and I have a brand new process video for you using some of the new sets that are available in the shop now. The Friends Together set, the Summer Flower set. So I've pulled out a couple of photos from a trip into London to see the fabulous Chelsea in Bloom displays all around the streets of Chelsea. And it's something that Wendy and I have done for a few years now. And Joe came with us this time, which was lovely because Joe is a florist and actually helped install one of the fabulous displays. So it was really lovely to go around Chelsea and see all the displays and, of course, see the one that Joe did. Anyway, of course, as always with a day out, we do need to have a break. So this was us where we'd stop for lunch and, of course, a cheeky glass of Prosecco. So, yeah, so the title Friends Together was perfect. So, yeah, I've pulled out this Fox cut stencil. This is number 139 and it did come with the May Fox box, but I thought it was perfect because it's got the words sort of flowers and springtimes and then lots of flowers on it. So I thought I would use that as a bit of a background to my layout. So I've done a corner piece down in the bottom right, which I will actually extend right to the corner. I do add that in later. And then I'm doing a little bit up around that top left corner as well. So I'm using Distress Oxides in the picked raspberry, chipped sapphire and spiced marmalade. And then I've pulled out the collection from Alchemy Hearts. It's called Doodles and Dreams, and it's lovely. It's full of bright colours, and I just thought it was such a great collection because it was, it just reminded me of the flowers that we saw. And as you can see on the left, there's lots of flowers that I fussy cut out. The collection comes with all the papers, and then basically on one side it's almost like a pattern paper, and the other side there's elements that you can fussy cut out if you wish. So I had a lovely evening sat in front of the TV fussy cutting out all of those bits that you can see in the two little trays there. So yeah. So I have this note paper that I've used for the background. I cut that out, and then I'm adding my two photos to that I've layered up on this fabulous striped, colourful striped paper. And then they're my photos sorted, so just the two, and then I can add all of the fabulous embellishments. So yeah, it was appropriate too because there was a little saying in the collection that said time with friends, so I knew I was going to add that. And then there was some numbers, so I'm going to add the 3 to say 3 friends together. So yeah. I'm going to stick my photos down using the foam strips along the top edge, and then I'll leave them flat at the bottom edge. This just gives me a bit more dimension rather than everything sitting flat. If you know me, you know that I like layers, I like dimension. I don't tend to have everything stuck flat. It's personal choice, obviously. It does mean that I don't get quite as many in a scrapbook album because of all the layers that I have on my layouts. But hey, that's okay. Okay, so now what I'm doing here is I'm just pulling out different pieces from the ephemera and just working out which bits I want to use where. So there's quite a few of these sort of notebook pieces and tickets and things like that. There's a tag. So I'm playing around with the colours that I'm going to work with behind my photos, and I'm definitely going to have sort of a top left cluster around the top photo and then a cluster around the right of the bottom photo. And then I'm playing around with where that title's going to sit. You'll see I keep moving it, deciding where it looks better. But I actually, when I saw it on top of the note paper, it felt like it broke it up a little bit. So, I do end up moving it obviously over onto the white cardstock, which I think makes it pop so much more. Okay, so I've had a play. I'm happy with where the sort of clusters are going. I will have taken a photo, so I can refer to that. And then, so I can now start to get everything stuck down. So here we go, photos down, and then I can get the pieces stuck in. Obviously, I'm going to tuck behind. So I'm just trimming off some little bits just to make it easier to get them down. It's easier when you've got a photo to then tuck behind because you know where things are going to go. So, you've just got to play around with it a little bit. Don't stick it down too firmly until you're happy. Okay, and then I'm curving up. You can see those edges, just making sure so that I've got that nice, you can see there, the sort of curl on the corners. My time with friends phrase, I'm raising up on foam pads. But I think most of the flowers, I just add a little bit of glue to the center, and that way then I still get that sort of curl around the edges. Then I'm bringing in some of those very cute flowers from the summer flower set, and I'm going to add those to both of the ephemera clusters that I'm creating. What works well for me is obviously playing with getting my ephemera down and working out where it's all going to go, taking a photo so that when I start to get everything stuck down, I can get it stuck down. I've got a bit of time because I'm using wet glue to just move things into position, but then I can just go for it. So, yeah, I do find doing it first. Taking a photo works particularly well for me. I'm not one of those scrapbookers that can just sort of look at their embellishments and go, yep, that's going here, stick, done. I am definitely not that type of scrapbooker. I do faff a bit. I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I just check that it might look, maybe it'll look better somewhere else, but hey, but that's okay. Okay, here's some more of these are the little leaves from the summer flower set as well. So I'm just tucking those in over on that right. There's the flowers in the sort of coral, in the very dark navy, and then there's a soft sort of, oh, I don't know, what color would you say? It's sort of a oh no, yeah, soft brown. Yeah, but I'm just tucking that in as well. It's almost a neutral, really. Okay, so where am I? Nearly there. I've got the flowers at the bottom. Here's my title, so I'm definitely going to get that in over here with the friends. That 3, I'm going to end up sticking just down, yeah, just there, I think. And built sort of it hectic connected to the layout. I'll add my journaling under the title, as I always add journaling, not always under the title. But yeah, I definitely always add journaling just to remind myself of what it was we were doing, where we were, who I was with, and the date. Most importantly, the date, because I put my layouts into albums chronologically when I do eventually get them into albums. So yeah, the date's important. Okay, so I've got my 3 on now, and then I can get my friends together perspective title stuck down. This comes in a set, and it comes with another title that says best friends with like a heart and BFF in the middle. So yeah, perfect for all of those friends photos that we have. And then I've got a couple of hearts here. They're from my stash, but there are similar hearts in the Cool Hearts set that is still available in the shop right now. And then I can get the flower stuck down the bottom with the little leaves. And then I'm almost done. I will do my journaling off camera. I think, what's next? I'll bring in some enamel dots just to add into my clusters. I haven't stuck those hearts down because I couldn't decide if I was going to have them on or not, but I do add them. I think I do actually add them after I've finished filming. And then I'm just going to add a few little clusters of the enamel dots around the bottom and then around the top left. And then I think it's pretty much done. So yeah, I love how bright and colourful it is. And the Friends Together title was just perfect for these photos with my lovely friends. Here we go. Here's the final layout. And here are some of the close-ups. There's that lovely title. And you can see the summer flower set. And of course, there's the fabulous Fox Cut number 139 stencil. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the process video, and I will see you again soon. For now.